I'm known to be somebody that can fall asleep in literally seconds. It's a skill that I'm truly super proud of because honestly, it's just great. Like, dude, I want to sleep, boom, I'm sleeping. It's great, okay? So today I want to teach you guys how to fall asleep in under 5 minutes. This is my personal night routine, the things that I do that make me able to actually fall asleep this fast, and kind of what signals to my brain that hey, it's time for bed, and just my night routine. So yeah, without further ado, let's hop into the video. Obviously, this is a follow-up to my previous video. If you guys haven't seen it yet, it's how to fix your sleep cycle, how to reset your sleep cycle. And yeah, I'll leave a link down in the description, as well as I'll put a card at the end of this video. Anyway, let's get into the advice. Tip number 1, I start off by putting my phone on Do Not Disturb. You'd actually be surprised about how much a notification could not only distract you, but keep you awake. So basically, there's a lot of articles out there that actually prove that when you get a notification, even if you don't pay attention to it or you think you ignored it, it actually affects you the same way that it would if you actually replied to a text or if you answered a phone call. So just to understand the magnitude, literally it's as if you open your phone, reply to somebody, close your phone again, even if you think that you ignored it. It enters your subconscious and it keeps you distracted. There's multiple studies that have proven this, and I'm actually going to put links to them in the description if you guys want to actually read and learn about it more. But for this reason alone, I turn notifications off for most of my applications anyway, but at night I put Do Not Disturb to 100% make sure that, hey, nothing's going to distract me right now. I'm clearing my head and I'm going to sleep. Quickly, I want to interrupt this video to give a post notification shout out to these two people. Thank you guys so much for supporting. I really appreciate it. If you guys want a shout out, then comment on this video and I'll give 2 people a shout out in the next video. The second thing I do is actually go to the bathroom and, you know, wash my face, brush my teeth, and focus on hygiene, because honestly, you do not want to be the kid that nobody wants to be around because you either smell bad or just whatever it may be. So proper skincare, proper hygiene, it's super important, and the earlier you understand this, the better. Trust me, because I'm sick of, you know, going out in public and being like, what is that smell, until you realize that it's the person standing over there, and it's just awful. So yeah, please take care of yourself. Tip number 3 is I turn off all the devices in my room. So basically all the screens, the computers, the whatever it may be, I turn it all off, and honestly that's when it's time to do all the last minute tasks. So basically at this point I'd get water, which normally I forget, so Bella, you understand this, but hey, everybody else, listen, sometimes I slack on it, but then I regret it in the morning because I have to go get water in the morning and it's just a whole mess. So to avoid that, I try to actually get water. Like right now I have 2 water bottles with me right here, and yeah, I think that should be enough water for the morning. On top of that, this is when I put my phone and all the other devices to charge. And I know some people say that it's not good to actually put your stuff to charge overnight, the battery deteriorates or whatever it may be, but I've read a lot of articles and I've actually watched interviews where people that developed this technology talk about it, and they said that nothing really changes if you leave your phone or anything to charge overnight. So I'll trust it, and I leave my stuff to charge overnight. I'm sorry. Tip number 4, and I've mentioned this in my previous video, but for those of you that haven't seen it, basically there's many studies out there that prove that if you sleep in a cooler room, it actually doesn't only make your sleep better, but it also improves many other things while you're sleeping. So it's really beneficial, and I'd recommend looking into that, finding whatever temperature you're comfortable with. And yeah, so normally I turn it down to about 19 degrees, and that's where I'm comfortable. That's Celsius, obviously. Tip number 5, I make my to-do list for the next day. Now this is super important because number 1, it gives me a reason to be excited to wake up the next morning. It gives me something to look forward to, and it kind of gives me that same feeling of like when you're going on a field trip with your class or something like that. So it gets me really excited, and yeah, I'm just ready to take on the day the second I wake up. I don't hit snooze, none of that. I jump out and I'm ready to take the day because I know exactly what I have to do to achieve whatever goals I set out to achieve. So yeah, at this point I'm writing my to-do list. Normally I use the app Todoist, sometimes I write in the journal. It really depends on what I'm working with that night. Tip number 6, this depends on the day. I don't do this every day, but sometimes when my mind is still running really fast and I know that I won't be able to sleep because I just have too much on my mind, I listen to a night guided meditation for about 10 minutes, sometimes even less. It really just clears my head. It's simple things like telling you to take a deep breath and following the breathing or whatever it may be, but it really clears your head. And yeah, normally by the end of those 5 minutes or something like that, I am out. So yeah, it's a really simple night routine, and honestly anybody could adapt it. I just really wanted to make this video to, number one, show you guys what it is that I do, and number two, give you a little insight as to why I do what I do and why it's so effective. So yeah, there's a lot of studies that back up almost every single thing that I do, and I've developed this over time. I hope that this inspires you to create your own night routine and overall help you not only fix your sleep schedule, but actually be able to sleep faster and just get into the rhythm of, you know, doing what you have to do. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Almost 60% of you guys are not subscribed, so please hit that subscribe button, as it does help me out a lot. I would really appreciate it. Anyway, share this video with your friends and drop a like, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.